If the Shure SM7 or the USB microphone isn't showing to your Windows, don't worry because this happens more than you think. It's usually a quick fix. So step number one is we're going to, in this video, going to be running through the most common reasons the USB mic is not being detected from loose connections to drive issues. So first, the easy step, you wanted to unplug your mic or audio interface completely. Then you wanted to plug it back directly to the different USB ports, ideally directly into your motherboard, not half or monitor's USB pass-through. Let's explain this a little bit more. So for example, we're going to go for a Windows PC port USB, right? When you purchase a PC, it might be giving you this specific port. There are more. Sometimes there are only 3 manually. So what you want to do is to try to plug them into the 3 different types of USB. If this didn't work for you, if you're using an XLR, for example, or a USB adapter, like the Shure, for example, make sure the XLR cable is fully centered into both ends too. So this happens, for example, if you need an audio interface, and it will be looking something like this. Personally, I use, for example, the Focusrite from Scarlett, which is really fast and really easy to use. And well, for example, what you want to do is to make sure that if you, for example, are using an XLR cable, which usually isn't to the specific input, try to make sure, for example, that the cable is, for example, fully seated in the both ends too. So next, once you have now figured out that your audio interface and your USB ports are all good, let's right click to the speaker icon into your taskbar so we can open the settings of the sound. So like this, you can go for the select of the output, go for more volume settings, and inside here into the system, I wanted to look out here and wanted to scroll a little bit down until you find the sound section. Into the sound section, you wanted to look out for the element that says input here. So under the input, you wanted to check if your mic of interface even shows up in the actual list. So if you see that your actual input is actually working, then you're actually good to go. If it doesn't work, if it's there but it's not selected, you wanted to click it, which in this case is just selected, and set it as your default input devices. One of the main ways of how I can make sure that the actual volume works, you can see that every time I talk, this actual bar moves when I move my mouth. It actually happens with the OBS when I'm actually talking, because I already have an actual input device, and every time I talk, this specific bar actually moves. That means that we are receiving the actual signal. So what we wanted to do now, since we had already received the signal, we wanted to view sound, we wanted to listen to what we are actually receiving, right? So if it does a window, we'll see your actual mic. You go for test, and you're actually good to go. If not, if it's not showing up at all, open the device manager. So to open the device manager, usually what I do is to focus here where it says start, right click, and look out for the element that says device manager. Inside here, just search for it and start menu. Inside here under the sound section, which says sound, video, and games controller, I click directly inside here. Look under an universal serial boost controller. You can see that there's our actual videos and game controller looking out here. If you see a yellow warning icon next to your mic of the interface, you want to right click directly inside here and select update the actual driver. If that doesn't fix it, you want to uninstall the device completely and restart your PC. In this case, for example, we already have the best drivers for this specific device. If I was about to have an actual warning, I need to choose the element that says uninstall device, so I can restart my PC, and fortunately Windows will usually reinstall this on its own. The next section of what you can actually do, one sneaky cause, is a power saving settings called the USB selective suspend, which can randomly cut power to the Mac. So to make sure of that, you wanted to go to the control panel. Here you wanted to make sure that you focus directly into your power options. If you didn't see the power options, you can go here for power. We have the power options and click into the element that says change the plan settings, or change what power buttons do. So power plan, and make sure that you find the element that says the USB sections. So advanced power settings, there we go. We have the USB settings, and here, for example, we have the on battery enabled. So Make sure, for example, that the USB settings are disabled, just to make sure that they can actually help us to do this process really fast. So I'm going to go directly back into my hardware and sound once again. If you're using both audio interface and a separate USB connector for the same mic, only use one at a time. Really important to having both plugging in all at once, because having both plugged in at once, it can confuse the Windows stick to just the interface. And the last resort, still nothing, you wanted to try another USB cable. Cheap or damaged cables are common culprit. So give your PC a full restart, not just a sleeping mode. That clears most of leftovers drive conflict. That's it. Your USB mic should be showing up and working properly now. If it's fixed your issue, drop a comment and let me know which step did the trick. And if you want more fixes like this one, hit the subscribe. New tutorials every week.